Most adventures begin with a road trip. This one started that way too. We were off to Oregon and California in search of mountains and what was left of the summer snow on two volcanoes, the South Sister and Mount Shasta. The South Sister, 10,300 plus feet of volcanic rock, debris, and remnants of the last winter's snow, was our destination. It is a complex mountain with a few glaciers and permanent snowfields that drape over its steep faces and numerous volcanic domes that are scattered around its base.
Don't get scared now. Are we permatized?
We are permatized.
Okay, good.
We started our climb at Devil's Lake Trailhead and made our way up the wooded trail to the top of the tree line near 7,000 feet. Moraine Lake, at 6,500 feet, lies on the south side of the peak and provides some sheltered campsites that overlook the summit and the lake.
What are you doing, Rye?
Oh, just learning how to use our stove.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Sunset came late in the summer evening as we scoped out the summit route for the next day. Sunrise came early, being just a few weeks past the summer solstice. Our plan was to climb up the south ridge to the summit crater, then up the last ridge to the summit on the north side of the crater. Bathed in the morning sun, we made our way up the south ridge, then crossed a few of the remaining snowfields to reach the rocky arc that surrounds the Lewis Glacier. Just to the west of the glacier lay the remnant of the southern snowfields we planned to ski on our descent.
So I think we're close to 9,000 feet, not quite, about 8,700 or so. That range.
With the summer melt being ahead of schedule, we dropped our skis and boards at around 9,200 feet, as there was not much snow to be skied higher up. We continued up without our boards to the crater rim. The red rocky pumice was still loose and pulverized from the last eruption. As we crested the crater rim, we were greeted by the large, snow-filled crater that fills in the summit of this giant peak.
This is gorgeous.
We strolled across the crater to the North Ridge, where the summit rests at 9,358 feet.
Heck of a run.
Once on the ridge, we could see the spectacular views of the Middle and North Sister, Mount Jefferson, and Mount Hood. To the south, we could see the large wind scour within the crater and the scattered volcanic peaks of southern Oregon. After a leisurely lunch to allow the snow to soften, we made our way back to our boards down the steeper southern slope. We stepped into our bindings and it was time to get lazy and stop booting our way down. Time to carve some turns and work our way down the south face. The first big pitch was fairly steep. The snow was firm but still had good summer corn on the surface. It's a little hard to tell the angle unless you were on the slope to see it for yourself. Made for some great carving. Then we had to traverse to find our next longer run down the gentler southern snowfields. We stepped onto a long, well-connected snowfield that gave us another 1,500 feet of vertical down to 6,800 feet. Sweet summer corn you can't buy in a store anywhere. The babe came through. After our run, we hoofed it back to camp to spend another night at a decent altitude to get ready for our next climb. We were up early, heading down the trail to get back to our cars and the next phase of the road trip and the climb of Mount Shasta. The adventure continued on.